Hello guys, welcome back to another Fallout Shelter video. So in this video we're going to be doing game show Gauntlet. So this quest is a weekly quest and I've done it before. So basically the raiders will ask you some Fallout trivia and you're going to have to answer the right answer in order to move on to the next room. So if you don't answer it correctly, you're basically going to have to fight all the raiders in that room. So right now we're in the first room and they say, "Welcome to Lose Your Head." So this is like a game show. And let's see what they're gonna say next. Answer the questions correctly and win caps. Answer them wrong and lose your head. So this is a pretty weird game show. So the first question they ask is, who were the military mercenaries in the capital Wasteland? Alright, so we got Little Lamplighters, Riley's Rangers, Talon Company, and Goon Swarm. So I can't recall Goon Swarm. It's definitely not Little Lamplighters. So I'm gonna pick the Talon Company. So I remember this was like from Fallout 3. So we picked Talon Company and I'm thinking this is the right answer. And we have a winner, tough talking and hard fighting. So we're gonna move on to the next room and they gave us about 1,200 caps and we also got 2 stim packs from that room. So right now we're just gonna move on to the next room and hopefully answer all these questions correctly. So this room only gave us some loot, so we got 2 radaways, so we're just gonna move on to the next room. So in this room we have 3 death claws, and I forgot to mention that all these vault dwellers are Alistair Tenpenny, Confessor Cromwell, and also Colonel Autumn. So it seems like the death claws won't be that much of an issue, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. And maybe some of my vault dwellers are gonna need stim packs, and I think I see Alistair Tenpenny. He's gonna have to need a stim pack in a while. So right now we're gonna give Alistair Tenpenny 1 stim pack because I don't want him to die. And usually when a vault dweller dies during a quest, you can't revive him. So it's important to give your vault dwellers a stim pack when they need one. So right now we're almost done with the death claws and now we're all done. So let's see if there's any loot, and there isn't. So instead of going to the bottom floor first, we're actually gonna go to the top floors and see if there's anything. So I just came back from the 2 top floors and there basically wasn't nothing. There was one room that had a legendary junk, but besides that there wasn't really anything in the top 2 floors, and there wasn't even raiders that were giving us trivia. So hopefully in the bottom 2 floors there will be some raiders that give us trivia, and right now we're at round 2. So we've come to round 2. So what organization created the synths? So let's see what options they give us. So we got the Brotherhood of Steel, the Institute, the Railroad, and Since I Hate Since. So I'm pretty sure the last one is wrong, and I already know it's the Institute, so we're gonna pick the Institute. Bing, 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 that's right. So I think they're gonna give us caps again. I'm not sure, and they do. So they give us around, I think, 2,000 to 3,000 caps, and now we're just gonna move on to the next room. And I think we have trivia again, so time for round 3 of Lose Your Head. So what monument did Hannibal Hamlin want to restore? So I'm just trying to remember who Hannibal Hamlin was. So Lincoln Memorial, Jefferson Memorial, Washington Monument, monument to himself. So the only monument that I recall, or memorial that I recall, was the Lincoln Monument from Fallout 3. So right now I'm just gonna take a guess, hopefully it's right, and we're just gonna pick Lincoln Memorial. So hopefully Lincoln Memorial is right. So let's see what the raiders are gonna say. So the raiders say yes, he wanted to restore the head to the statue. So I think this was from Fallout 3 where there was like a settlement of slaves, and basically the leader of the settlement had like a Abraham Lincoln head statue. So I think it was that one from Fallout 3. Anyways, now we just move on to the next room and we have some raiders. So I'm just going to use all my critical hits that I have, and I use 2 right now, and instead of using the last one I'm actually going to keep it because I don't know what enemies lay in the lower floors. Hopefully it's not death claws, but if it is, I'm going to have 1 critical hit to use on them. So right now we're just going to collect the loot, and we got a couple of caps and we also got a legendary junk. So right now we're just going to move on to the last floor. And I think this is going to be the last trivia. I don't know. It might be. I think there's like one left or two. So this room doesn't have any loot or trivia, but it does have enemies. So we got some mole rats. So it seems like we only have 2 mole rats this time. So we're actually going to use our critical hit so we can actually speed this up a little bit more faster. And now all the mole rats are done. So I'm going to see if they have any loot and they have an outfit on them. So right now we're moving on to the next room, which has raiders, and they have their weapons drawn. So I don't think they're going to ask us any trivia, and they don't. But luckily there's only 2 raiders, so they won't be that much of a problem. That being said, we don't have any critical hits, so we're going to have to beat them up normally. So we have 2 raiders left, both of them have low health, and now we only have 1 raider left. So it's 3 versus 1, and now the last raider is done. So right now I'm going to give Colonel Autumn a stim pack, and we're also going to loot the room. So we have a couple of stim packs, we got some caps, and we also got an outfit from this room. So this is the last room, and I think we're going to have some trivia. Alright, so the raider says, now for the final round. So he asked, what was the name of the superhuman behemoth that was hiding in the Boston Common Pond? So I'm pretty sure I know the answer, and I think it's Swan. So we're gonna pick Swan right off the bat because I know this one. This was from Fallout 4. So we're gonna answer Swan. And then the raider says, too bad, you're right. I was hoping you'd lose your head. So that's gonna be it for this quest. So we just finished the game show Gauntlet. And let's see what rewards we got in this room. So we have 1 loot in this room, so let's see what we got. So we got a pet carrier. Anyways guys, that's going to be it for this video. So I'm going to show you the layout. And there wasn't anything in the top 2 floors except 1 legendary junk. So if you want that legendary junk, you could just go to the top 2 floors. And that's about it. So I'm going to show you the loot that we got from this quest. So we got a pet carrier, 2 legendary junks, 26,000 caps. So a lot of you guys have been asking me how I got so much caps. And that's basically because I do these quests. So I just got 26,000 caps just by doing 1 quest. So if you want more caps, just do more quests. And we also got 1 Nuka-Cola Quantum. So if you guys want me to continue doing these game show Gauntlet trivia type quests, make sure to comment below. So like the video if you did, subscribe for more Fallout Shelter content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.